Awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. So guys, welcome again to this week's Transformation Tuesday call. My name is Nicola Johannan. For those of you who are not familiar with me, I've been in the trading space in VTG for 4 years. And in that time, it has taken me from broke as a joke to, I'm so grateful, six-figure earner. So I'm so super happy to be here and delighted to be able to share part of the stuff that I've learned on that journey with you guys tonight, right? So let's get into it. Before we start, guys, just find the chat box, familiarize yourself with the chat box. Okay, I've got a question for you guys. How much money do you want to earn this year? 2024, this year, we are a quarter of the way through. There is 3 quarters left. How much money, right, realistically and idealistically, and what you actually want in your heart, how much money do you want to earn this year? Put it in the chat box for me. Whether it's an exact amount per month, whether it's a certain amount per week, whether it's an overall capital sum, how much money do you want to make this year? You must at least know that. Okay, so I see 20,000. Any advance on 20,000? I don't want to turn into an auctioneer. 100K, 35,000, 100K. Okay, I see a big difference in numbers here. We've got 50K, 125. Any advance on 125? Going once. Going twice. Okay. Right. So you guys come in here to make money. Go on, Liam. Get in. That's right. So we have got some money makers on this call. We've got people with big goals, big dreams, big ideals, right? Now, what you need to understand, and let me break this down for you because this is the first thing that I had to understand. There is a gap between you right now and you making 2 million like Andrew. There's a gap between you right now and you making 35K. There's a gap between you right now and you earning 100K. There's a gap. There's you and there's that other rich person who's looking bougie with your money, standing at the finish line going, no, I'm here and you're not, right? What's the difference between where you are and where they are? Guys, drop it in the chat. What do you think is the difference? What makes the difference between where you are now and where you are when you hit your goal? There's 2 key things that actually make a lot of difference. So I see knowledge and application, opportunity and work, mindset, commitment, knowledge and consistency, information. These are good, these are good, these are good, right? One of them has, I've seen one of them. Okay, mindset. Right, let me help you guys out. Let me help you guys out. Daniel hit one of them, right? Daniel hit one of them. Information is key. Yeah, information is key. Because of a lack of information, that's why, partly, you are not where you want to be, okay? Are there people out there making 1 million? Of course there are. Are there people out there making 55K, 30K, 20K? Of course there are. So the information exists. It's out there. You just don't have it, right? So information is one part. Now, if I give you information, right? Say I come across you on the street, you don't know me from nowhere. And I say, guess what? Tomorrow, I know what the winning lottery tickets are, the winning lottery numbers, yeah? Okay, you guys don't know me from nowhere, remember this. And I say, transfer £100 into my bank account and I will give you the winning lottery numbers. How many of you are saying, absolutely, give me your bank details, let me send you the money right now? Yes or no? Atlanta's like, yes. Atlanta, be careful, you know. All right, how many, seriously, you don't know me from nowhere. But if I come up to you, a random stranger, and say, I know the winning lottery tickets, give me £100, you're going to hand over money? I hope not. Please tell me you guys are not doing this. No, okay? No, because why not? You don't believe me. Or at least in those circumstances, you shouldn't believe me, okay? You won't believe me. So what's the other part to having information? Because I could be telling the truth, but you don't believe, right? Belief and information go hand in hand. Johnson said faith, same kind of thing, belief, right? If you do not believe, even when you're given the information, you will not act because you don't believe it. So it's not just enough to have the information. You also have to believe that the information will produce the results for you. yeah, and that you are capable of executing on the information. Because if the two don't go hand in hand, you ain't getting nowhere. The gap will stay just as wide between you and that future version of you, right? So let's look at this. How do we know this is true? I gave you a fake example of a lottery ticket, right? I gave you a fake example. But think about it in real terms. Belief is super powerful, yeah? If I told any of you guys, go and find the tallest skyscraper and jump off, you'll be fine, don't worry, you'll sprout wings. None of you are going to do it because you have enough correct information to know not to believe me. You know about gravity. You understand pain, you understand death. You're not going to do it, right? But yet, why is it that if a person is under the influence of certain drugs, LSD, right, crack, heroin, they will do the wildest things? Why? Even though they logically know better. It's because they are under the influence that makes them believe. That's how powerful belief is. Belief will make you do things even when the information is wrong. Do you understand? Right? Drop a 7 in the chat if you're following what I'm saying. Even if the information is wrong, if you believe, you will still go ahead and do it. That's how strong belief is. That's how key it is to your journey and your success and your results, right? So let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. The greatest people, the greats, the GOATs as we call them, those who excel in their field, those who have what you want, that version of you that has what it is you just typed in the chat box and said that you want, they possess both the correct information and also the belief to carry it out. You need both, right? Now, you guys see in the chat, in the group every single day, profit screenshots. You see the TPs, the TPs, the TP. You know we've got the information. We're not struggling for the information. You've been on Ralph's sessions. You watched Kieran's trainings. You've been on Jason's. You know we've got the information. That's not a problem, right? So why is it that sometimes we struggle, even though we've got the information to carry out? It must be lack of belief, okay? Now, belief isn't just what you see externally. You know, David Emanite talks about how to create a belief system, how to increase your level of belief, right? And generally speaking, you're talking about the things that are external to you, your associations, your environment, what you're listening to, what you're hearing, what you're seeing day by day, all of this information coming in. So he's talking about the information that you're receiving to enforce that belief, right? But there is another type of belief, guys, self-belief. Self-belief. Because you can have the information. You can see multiple examples of this information working, and yet you are not working. You see people profiting from Manara Scanner, but you're not using Manara Scanner, but you want the results of someone that's using Manara Scanner. You can see people taking the trades, taking time to study and to learn, to get really good at copy and paste, but you're not doing copy and paste. You can see people becoming funded traders based on Jason's strategy, but you're not sitting there to spend your time to learn Jason's strategy. You're in the chart scalping and doing your own thing. Why? Why? Lack of self-belief can be the only thing, right? Now, this is where you get two versions of you. Okay? This is where you get two versions of you. You can improve on your self-belief. But what you first have to do is be accountable to yourself. Okay? You cannot lie to yourself. The version of you now that doesn't have what you want can't lie to the future version and expect to get what the future version has. You can't do that, right? You have to be honest with yourself. You have to be accountable. Those of you who follow me on TikTok, you saw I went off in my recent post about accountability. How can you not be honest with yourself about the things you have, the things you don't have, the traits you do possess, the traits you don't possess that need improvement, the traits you do possess that you need to get rid of, your habits, right? The things that are holding you back and the things that actually work in your favor. If you cannot take stock of what you have, you cannot develop and build on it. You have to be honest and open and truthful with yourself. Whether you want to lie to every single other person is fine, but you have to be honest with yourself. Where are you failing? Where are you not doing the things that you're meant to be doing? What can you be doing better? And can does not go down to feelings. Okay? Can is about physically, can you do it? Not do you feel like doing it? It's two different questions. A lot of us, oh, I can't. No, you just don't feel like it, but you can. It's two different questions, right? We're not asking you, do you feel like doing it? We're saying, can you do it physically? Yes, so go do it, right? So you have to take stock and you will know if you're lying. Now think about it like this, self-belief, right? Many people think of self-belief as, do you believe in yourself? Do you think you can do it? Do you think you're capable? Don't look at self-belief like that. Look at self-belief like this. Do you believe you? Do you honestly, in your heart of hearts, believe what you're saying about yourself? Right? I'm a six-figure income earner. I'm a seven-figure income earner. I'm a funded trader. I'm going to be this. I'm going to make that. Do you honestly, in your heart of hearts, believe you? Assess yourself the same way that you would assess a person that you're in a relationship with and you don't trust them as far as you can throw them. Assess them like that. Assess yourself like that. You know, sometimes I don't know if any of you have ever been in a situation. Okay, I'm not trying to get deep, right? But those of you that's ever had your heart broken, or you've been cheated on, or someone's done you dirty, you've been betrayed some kind of way. You know what I'm talking about. You know the ones where the person is talking, and even as they're talking, you're sitting there like, does this person really think I believe them? Has anyone ever been there? Drop a 7 in the chat if you know what I'm talking about. Someone is talking and the words are just coming, and you're looking at them like, please. Please. That future version of you is looking at you now sometimes going, please, girl, please, boy, bye. Who are you talking to? You think I believe this nonsense that's coming out of your mouth, right? Jason said it best last week. He said, excuses sound best to those that are making them. The version of you right now that is chatting that nonsense believes it. Whereas the version of you that is actually accomplished knows it's absolute crap. It's nonsense. You're making excuses and chatting rubbish and you're stopping yourself from progressing because of it, right? So ask yourself, do you believe you? That's self-belief. When you believe you honestly, then you'll progress, right? Now, how do you know if you believe you? What are the signs? Okay, guys, we all know actions speak louder than words, right? Actions speak louder than words. And again, using the example of a relationship, we all know people in our lives, it could even be, you know, parents, brothers, sisters, friends, who are saying one thing, but consistently their actions are proving the opposite. They're saying, oh, I'll never hurt you like that, but their actions are different. They're saying, oh, I will do this better, but their actions are different. So no matter what they're saying, it actually means nothing, because if the actions don't back it up, you don't believe them, right? You don't believe them. So we have to start making our actions align with what we're actually telling ourselves so that we can believe ourselves. We can have self-belief. Because if we have self-belief and we have belief in the information and we have the right information, we have no choice but to improve and to level up, right? We have no choice. It will come, right? So what are these actions that we're talking about? What are these little things, these actions? Jim Rohn, I was listening to an audio by Jim Rohn. If you don't know who Jim Rohn is, oh mate, you're missing out. I will drop some of his content in the group afterwards, okay? He's amazing, amazing. Multi-millionaire, you know, a network marketing and mindset success coach from decades ago, but he's amazing, awesome. And he said, right, he said, success, I'm paraphrasing, he said, success is the little disciplines done daily. The little things. Not big drastic things, the little things, the little disciplines that you can do better, but just done daily. And then he said failure is the small errors done frequently. The small errors, not big errors, not massive ones, the small errors done frequently, right? Because when you do something consistently, frequently, daily, it becomes a habit. And habits have compound effects, right? We all know about compounding when it comes to the charts, when it comes to numbers, when it comes to trading. Your habits have the same effect, right? If I decide that I'm gonna say I wanna become more fitter, more healthy, I'm gonna lose weight, I'm gonna go on a diet, right? And I do well 99% of the time, but I decide to eat chips one time Is anything going to happen because I ate chips one time? No. Nothing happens. I can eat the chips. I'll still be the same weight afterwards. It's fine. Okay. My body, it's good. I'm okay. But don't be fooled that thinking because you ate chips once and nothing happened, that you can now eat chips every day for dinner and twice a week for lunch. Because the effects of doing that are going to catch up on you. Those little errors that you make consistently are going to have an effect. And that effect is keeping that gap between you and the person you're trying to become. That's what it does. Right? Equally, if I said, I'm going to walk 10,000 steps a day, right? If I majority of the time have a bad, poor attitude to exercise and movement and I walk 10,000 steps, am I going to be 3 stones lighter just because I walk 10,000 steps once? No, it's not going to make the blindest bit of difference. I'll just be tired and sweaty, right? But if I keep walking 10,000 steps a day, every day, I'm going to look a lot closer to the person that I'm trying to look like. Some of that weight is going to naturally come off just because I'm consistently moving my body now, right? So it's about the little things that you're doing consistently. And this is why I say take stock, right? Because these little things make up the difference between where you are now and where you're trying to get to. Okay, and they could be in different areas. It could be your ability to be disciplined. It could be discipline trading, right? Not over leveraging, not risking too much. I've heard the wildest excuses, guys. Oh, but it's my demo account. Oh, I just wanted to see for myself. What are you trying to see? You're trying to see how long it can take you to reach the goal that you want to. What are you trying to test here? What are you testing? To see if you are going to be the one person out of all the thousands of people that have tried it before you and failed. You want to see if you're also not going to fail. What are we doing? There's nothing to test. There's nothing to see. Don't do it. Right? Don't do it. Can you stick to what you said you were going to do? I said I was going to do my follow-ups today to build the business. I said I was going to get back to everyone that had reached out to me. I said I was going to sign 3 people this week. Monday comes, Tuesday comes, Wednesday comes, Thursday. No phone call is being made. No TikToks are being posted. No Instagram stories, no WhatsApp stories, nothing. I'm going to be icon by the end of the year. Really? How? It's not making sense, guys. It's not making sense, right? Take stock of the things that you are. Gauge yourself in all elements and figure out a plan to get a little bit better every day. You're not going to be perfect. We're never going to be perfect. That route of success doesn't end in perfection. It just ends in a better version of you as time goes on. You will never ever be perfect. You'll never be that person, right? But you'll get as close and as close and as close and as close and as close as possible until you and them are right like this and no one can tell the difference. Right? And that's what you want. Bridge the gap. Bridge the gap. Right? So, how exactly do we do this? Right? We have to start comparing ourselves and making a detailed list of traits. Create a character of who that future version of you is. Right? Create a character. Now, sometimes we hear about this in different terms, different senses, right? Like, for example, those of you who may be Beyonce fans, right, may know that she has this on-stage alter ego called Sasha Fierce, right? Beyonce feels scared to do certain stuff, but Sasha Fierce gets it done. Beyonce may hesitate with some move, but Sasha Fierce, she's a boss. She's flexible. She can do all that stuff, right? Beyonce may feel a way about wearing certain things, but Sasha Fierce will get it done. Who is that version of you? Who is that confident, accomplished, disciplined, consistent, organized, coachable, smart version of you? Who is that person? Right? Assess the way that you think, assess the way that you behave. If you were that version of you, how would you behave? How would you think? How would you speak? How would you respond? How much would you study? How much would you plug in? Who is that version of you? Because that's the version you're trying to compete against, right? Sometimes, guys, we think we're competing against each other. We see someone else's screenshot. Oh, why is their screenshot bigger than my screenshot? I want my screenshot to... No, you're not competing against them because they're not stopping you. Do you realize the Forex market has $7 trillion a day, guys? The money is not running out. Their screenshot is not stopping you from getting your screenshot. What's stopping you from getting your screenshot is you. You see someone hit, 3K or 1,500 in the ranks in the business, and you're struggling to hit apprentice. Are they taking all the people? Are they stealing all the people in the world? And that's why you can't sign someone up? No, they're not stopping you. There's endless people. It's you stopping you. There's nobody in front of you except you. You are your own worst enemy. It's the stuff you're not willing to do. It's the stuff that you're doing that you shouldn't be doing. It's the time you're wasting. It's the procrastination. It's you not getting stuff done that you know you should be doing. That's what's stopping you. So you can't point your finger at nobody else. Point your finger at yourself, right? So always compare yourself to that version of you that is winning. Because if you want to be winning, you have to be like that person. How would they carry themselves? How would they dress? How would they show up? Right? And you think this is a joke. Let me give you an example, guys. Say you went to a restaurant, right? A restaurant. Fantastic restaurant, amazing ratings, right? Michelin star chef, and you are having a private dining experience from one of the greatest chefs ever to live in this world. What are you expecting when you walk into this restaurant? Drop some ideas in the chat. What are you expecting? What level of service are you expecting? Right? This is a meal that's going to cost you thousands, let's just say. What are you expecting? What are the standards like? What are the toilets like? What's the attendance like? What's the seats like? What does it smell like? What is the view like? What is the decor like? It is quality, superlative, sophistication, warm and welcoming, excellence. Right. Exquisite service. Now, why do you think that you're going to get these levels with that kind of money? It's because you know in your mind that in order to deserve that money, this is what you have to put out as minimum. Excellence, opulent surroundings and service, exquisite service, quality, sophistication. That is what gets you that kind of pay. Why do you think it's any different in this business of trading or networking? You want to turn up like you just stepped out of a chicken shop and expect six-figure trading account. You want to turn up like you're the head chef in McDonald's, but you're expecting six-figure trading account. The two are not matching. The quality of how you turn up determines the quality of how you're going to get paid. The standard you set when you go and build this business or you start trading, that's the standard of the trading account or the business back office that you're going to get. You decide what you want. You decide, because how you're rocking up, it's just mirroring you. It's just mirroring you. Carry on over leveraging. You watch that account just go down, 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 down. It's telling you a story about yourself. It's telling you a story about yourself. Carry on being inconsistent. Every month, struggle with the bill, struggle with the bill, struggle. It's telling you a story about yourself. Everything is feedback, guys. Failure is feedback. So if you're looking at your life and there's multiple elements of failure, what is it telling you? You've created a character that you do not want to be. That's what it's telling you. And all this feedback is just the story. It's the narrative of you. So change the character. Literally, change the character, right? Change your character. Change your standards. Change your discipline. Change your optimism. Change your mindset. All those things you mentioned at the beginning, they all come down to the same thing. You change that and watch the bank account increase. You change that and watch how people start talking to you different. You change that and watch the trading pick up. What you put in is what you get out, but it starts with you, right? Because if I went to a high-class restaurant and the head chef came and just slapped down anything on a plate, instantly my estimation's gone down, right? Like that, just like that, feedback, right? So you genuinely have to have that change. You can't just be putting it on. You genuinely have to have that change, right? Now, some people will say this is delusion. Some people say this is delusion, right? What you're thinking like you're somebody else, and then you're just acting like you're them until your results change, and then you become like them. Like that doesn't sound realistic. I'm a realistic person. I'm a realist. I'm a realist. I've heard this so many times. I'm a realist. You know, or this toxic positivity. No, it's not toxic positivity, right? Listen, everybody is deluded in this world. Everybody. Don't believe me? How many people think that working hard, going to university, getting good grades is going to allow them to be financially free? Pretty much everybody, by the numbers of people that go to university, they're deluded. They're deluded. And even when the results are speaking to them, cost of living crisis is talking to them, they're still deluded. Oh, trading doesn't work. Oh, it's a scam. Okay. Carry on struggling in the cost of living crisis, where you're having a breakdown over the price of soap in a supermarket. Carry on, because you're not deluded. They're deluded. So if I'm going to delude myself, I would rather delude myself with a delusion that gets me paid. If I'm deluded for thinking that I'm a multi-millionaire and I'm just trying to level up to meet that person, listen, if that's going to get me paid as a millionaire, I'm going to do it. I would rather that delusion. I would rather that delusion. Guys, drop a 777 in the chat if you're following. If this is resonating with you guys. Let me just know that you guys are awake and alive and hearing what I'm saying, because this is serious. Another thing you need to realize about delusion, yeah, is that it's only delusion until it works. It's only delusion until it works, right? The Wright brothers were deluded when they thought they were going to send a plane into the sky. What are you talking about? Why are you people from the earth in the sky and it's going to stay there? How? You guys are crazy. You're deluded. Now we're all there. All there. Doing up Dubai. Yeah? Doing up Malaga. US. Caribbean. Bali. We're all deluded now. Now we all believe it, right? Okay? So it's only delusion until it works. Kobe Bryant was deluded thinking he was the greatest when he wasn't actually the greatest. But he deluded himself into being one of the greatest. It is what it is. I would rather be deluded like that. I would rather be deluded like that. So guys, work on crafting your delusion. Get pen and paper. Write down the name, your name, on the top of a piece of paper, right? And write how much that person makes. Where do they live? What car do they drive? How do they conduct themselves? Who do they hang around with? Who do they know? What investments do they have? How big is their trading account? How many people do they have in their business? What rank are they? Who looks up to them? Design your life by design. These things do not happen by accident. They are by design. Kerry Ann's actually right. It's not fake it, faith it. When you believe it, it becomes real. Fake is counterfeit. Fake means you know it's fake, it's not real. But this is real. This is very much real. You just can't see it yet. Very much real. You just can't see it yet. Everything around us that is physically here was first in here. It wasn't real until it was real. It wasn't real until it was real. When I was struggling and broke with my £100 trading account, was even 100, is it 80 pound, whatever it was, and it was making £1 to, 24 pence, 79 pence. Was I looking at that trading account thinking, oh my gosh, I'm financially free? No, I wasn't. But I understood where I wanted to get to. I understood there's a gap between where I was then and where I am now. There's a gap between where I am now and where I'm going next. And I have to improve to get to that place. Yeah, that old me could never be here now. That old me could never be on this Zoom now. The me now can't be on them stages when I'm at 7 figures and above. This me now is not that person. Right? The you on this call is not going to be the you in 6 months' time. It's a different you that's going to be on that call in 6 months' time. A more confident you, a more disciplined you, a more persistent you, a more driven you. A you that you believe is going to be on that call. But the key thing, guys, is that it starts with you. Who are you? And do you believe you when you talk? Do you believe you when you talk? So guys, before we end this call, just a quick one. Drop in the chat for me the 2 things that you need to work on. The 2 ingredients that you need to bridge the gap between where you are and where you want to be. Atlanta's got it in 1. Everyone drop it in the chat. Belief and information. We have the information, but do you believe you when you talk about executing on that information? And if you believe it, you best go out and do it. Because I tell you what else, right? You know when you're not following through. And what it does is it damages your own self-belief. So to the point that you don't even believe you anymore. Right? Your subconscious you knows you're a liar. And that's why you won't even act on certain things anymore. You'll say it and you will not act because you already know you're lying. Which is very, very sad. Not even you believe you. That's a really sad state of affairs to be in. But a lot of people exist where they're just chatting and nothing is happening. Let's change this narrative, guys. Let's change the story. Let's change the character. Because 2024 is just heating up. First quarter has only just come into an end now. The year is heating up. Who are you going to be in a month's time? Who are you going to be in 2 months' time, in 3 months' time? What is going to be the story that you're telling yourself? What's the story that you're telling your children? What's the story that you're telling your parents? Because when you're dead and gone, there's just the story left. When you're not here anymore, it's just the story left. And your excuses will not matter. There's just a story. Did it get done? Did it not get done? No one's going to care about what happened to you on Saturday and that rash that you had and how the goldfish, that no one's going to care. That's not going to be part of the story. Did you get it done or did you not get it done? Which one? Did you come through or did you not come through? Which one? Did you represent for the surname or you didn't represent for the surname? Which one? Did you leave something for the children and the grandchildren or you didn't leave nothing for them? Which one? Was there a GoFundMe because you couldn't afford to pay for your own funeral or what? There's just the story, guys. There's just the story. No one is going to care about the in-between. No one cares. So you have to decide what's your story. What character are you playing here? Now, guys, carry on killing it in the charts, yeah? Carry on killing it. Tomorrow is our Wednesday call. The new members launch an induction call. If you're relatively new or you need a refresher, please make sure you're on that call. Okay, it is on you to do the best you can do. And that is a call there you come and do your best. You come and get the information that you need, okay? Information. But the rest of it, guys, is up to you. That belief part is on you. Prove to yourself who you are. So it's undeniable. No one should ever have to question you. That's the standard I set for myself. Whenever someone doubts me, whenever someone doesn't believe in me, whenever I feel like, that person don't really know who I am. You know why they don't know who I am? Because I ain't shown them. Because I ain't shown them yet. That's on me. Make me show you so that you don't have to question me again. That's a personal challenge I set to myself whenever that happens to me. I don't blame them. They're only seeing what I'm projecting. So it's up to me to project so that they don't have to question it ever again. Same way it's on every single one of you guys. Make it so abundantly clear and obvious that no one has to ever question who you are and what you're about and what you stand for and what you're capable of. Guys, I hope you've taken good value. I hope you've taken notes from this call. All right, go back to the group chat, drop one takeaway that you took from this training tonight and execute on it, please. I beg. Okay, you've got a week before the next Tuesday call. Let's see some progress in this week. Let's kill it in the charts. Let's kill it in the business. Okay, reach out to your sponsors if you need help and guidance and all that stuff. We're here to support you guys. Lots of love. Have a great evening. God bless and good night to you all.